So, I was asked a question a couple of weeks ago, and I kind of figured I should probably elaborate a little bit more on that answer I gave. Um, so the question was, would I ever have kids, or do I see myself having kids? Honestly, I don't know. Um, I think like when I first started testosterone 4 or 5 years ago, uh, at the point, no, I didn't really think I'd be having kids, mainly because I never saw myself having kids. It's just not something I thought about. It's just not something I really talked about. If I did, it, I really didn't know what to say at the time. It's just not something that came to mind or was a thought. It's not that I don't want kids or I don't see myself, I don't like kids. I do like kids. I mean, I love my 2-year-old nephew more than words can really express. But no, it's just I don't know right now. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I guess I'm not sure because I'm just I'm not really in a relationship or at the point in my life where I just think about it. It's not something that comes to mind. Um, I think that when I first started testosterone, my doctor, before she wrote me out my prescription, she asked me if I ever thought I would ever have kids. And, then I pretty much just said no. It's just, I never thought that I'd be lucky enough to not just have kids, but be in a relationship, for that to happen. And I know that you don't always have to be in a relationship to have kids, but, uh, personally for me, I don't want to be a single parent. I was raised by a single parent, and I know how hard it is by them not always being there, to missing sports events, to school events, to certain things in life that you go through, and they're not always there. You know, so I know it's hard, and I don't want to. That's me. You're digging into. Sorry, cat. Um, and I know that it's hard. So would I want to be a single parent? No, and it's just not something I really see for myself. So I'd rather, if I'm gonna have kids, I'd rather be with somebody that I love and somebody that I know will want to have kids someday. Um, I definitely think that at the point whenever that happens, hopefully it's you know when it happens at the right time and it's something that both she and I would want. And I think that if I was ever to go about having kids, for me personally, I would like to do adoption just because there's so many kids out in the world that don't have a home, that get kicked around in the foster system from one home to the next. And I know there are some kids in foster care system that are not exactly pleasant to deal with, but at the same time, it's not entirely their fault the way that they are. I mean, when you get from one home to the next, you think, oh, here we go again, shit like that. I mean, I've never been in foster care. I mean, I was adopted when I was a baby, so I don't, you know, entirely know what it's like to go through the system. But I mean, I can only imagine, what it must feel like to go from one home to the next, feeling like either this person wants you or they don't. Or you're just there temporarily until you get to the next home that you're gonna be there for a while or whatever. So I think that if I ever did foster care, I'd probably adopt that child if it was the right fit. But I definitely would definitely do adoption if that that's something that we both had wanted. And I'm also cool with doing like a sperm donor. Something I thought I'd probably have to do when it gets into a relationship. Because I know that I can't exactly provide a child. I mean, I could if I if I freeze my eggs and shit, but I don't know. I mean, it's just not. I don't want to I don't know. In a way, I guess I don't want to feel like I'm the only person who kind of created the child. Like I want, I want us both to have that special feeling or that special connection with the child. I mean, yeah, you can have a kid and still have that special bond with them, whether they're blood or not. But I guess when it comes to like having like a sperm donor, I kind of want to have her feel like it's something that she created. Because if she wants to go through the process of pregnancy, I'm definitely going to support it 100%. But I definitely want to feel like I want her to feel like she created the child and not just carrying it. So yeah, that's my whole thought about that. I mean, I hope this kind of expands or explains that question a lot more for the people who've kind of been asking me on whatever I have kids or do I see myself having kids. And yeah, all right, peace. Oh, in the next video I'm gonna be doing like it's kind of like a Q&A with a friend of mine, and hopefully we can meet up on a day that we both have free time and shit like that. All right, peace.